Howdy, how's it going? Welcome back, and howdy if you're new. So, today, my friends, we have the JSAUX RGB transparent backplate kit. Now, this is something I have been very excited to see and get my hands on, so thank you, JSAUX, for sending this over. As always, they're always making some really cool accessories. We're enjoying the mod case and a lot of the other stuff that they sent over the last time. But without further ado, let's dive right on in. I'm going to tell you everything about it from my point of view, tell you if there's any caveats or anything that I like or I don't like. So let's dive on in. This is the backplate that we have been seeing everywhere and talking about. I'm going to just lift it off. I don't have it attached right now, but I'm actually going to show you. The most important thing to me is, does it fit the 2280 mod? The answer is yes, it fits the 2280 mod. That was the most important question that I had and everyone else had. There is one caveat to that. Now, if you want to use the RGB module, you may or you may not want to use it. It just depends on what NVMe heatsink and adapter you're using. For me, I left it off because I do have a little heatsink right here in the way. It's probably doing nothing, but it's there. My heatsink is a EK water block. It is a 4.9 millimeter, and it does clearance it perfectly. Now, they do come with a little battery cover, this little black sticker here. This actually makes it look much more appealing with the cover on because it is so see-through. You will see a big tinfoil looking battery. So if you have the black cover on, oh, it just completes it. The other thing that you'll need to know is inside of this box, it will come with 4 black covers. You'll need to put a black cover over here in order to cover up the light sensor. Also, when you put it back together, make sure it's plugged in. That way it turns on once it sees power. Fitment. Wow. 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 Fitment is a solid 10 out of 10. They knocked the fitment out of the park. I have been using aftermarket housings and shell replacements ever since the early 2000s, when they started doing them on cell phones and consoles like Dreamcast and stuff. I've used every type of manufacturer out there, and there's always some type of fitment issue when you get into these aftermarket housings. However, I have yet to find a single defect or a single spot that I think could fit better. It just fits. I don't even need screws for this. It fits so good. It snaps on positively. The buttons work. These feel good. Overall fit and finish is an A+. The only thing that I would do differently is I would have probably, if I could have chosen a different color, I probably would have gone with maybe a darker color. But I have grown to really like this clear because it shows off all of my hard work inside, all of my mods. So it works for me. Now, temperatures, I actually did get a little bit of a temperature drop, maybe 1 to 2 C over a stock back panel. Maybe more actually, if you compare one that's really, really stock. And the reason I say that is because these vents are unobstructed and they're actually a little larger, so you can have more cool air come inside of it. These stock vents, I've actually modified these right here. They normally come with a kind of like a half mesh over half of it, and it's just, look at yours. There's part of it that's blocked, and you take that off and you'll drop about 2 to 3 C off your temperatures. So, you know, we've done the fan mods. You know, I'm a temperature guy, so a lot of people know me and my personal takes on temperatures, and I like to keep things as low as possible to make them last longer. Might be why my SD card reader still works. And this was a first model. This was one of the first, you know, models that came out. This was a launch day model, so I still have access to that. Now, if you are wanting to know about the SD card reader situation, it has since been resolved. So the newer revisions are supposed to be fully fixed. So if you have to RMA it or you have to buy one, it's good. I haven't tested that, but everyone says it's good. Asus says it's good, so take that with a grain of salt. Now, let's look at what comes inside of the box now that we've shown you the housing, and I'm very, very, very happy with it. The RGB module does have to be charged through a USB-C connection, and that will come in right here, and you can plug it in and charge it up just like so. Let's set that aside. Now, inside the box, they are hooking you guys up, okay? So not only do you get the RGB module, you can take these covers off and you can make your own. There's packs and packs of like DIY covers that you can do. There's different tutorials online on how to do that. I think that's pretty cool that you can make your own. Or you can remove it and it actually looks kind of cool just without it. I don't know how well it's going to come up on camera, but you can see. There you go. It's not super bright, so it won't get on your nerves and it won't be annoying, but it is something that, you know, does maybe block a little airflow also. So I opted to not use it. You know, I think I can experiment with this and modify it eventually. We might revisit this and use it in a mod. The second cool thing is the screwdriver. I wasn't really expecting a screwdriver, but okay. That's an awesome touch, and it's not just one of those cheap plasticky screwdrivers. This is metal. Like, they actually threw in a chunker. Like, this is one I'm gonna use on a lot of stuff. It's built very well. So you do get your paperwork and manuals. Then they just started throwing in all kinds of extra stuff. They threw in these button covers, and then you got extra screws, and you got more button covers. Oh, and more screws and port covers. Hey, you want to cover up the port right here and block it from inserting into the wrong area? Hey, they're giving you 2 free port covers, one for you and one for a friend. 4 of these light sensor covers, you know, in case you lose one. A massive pack of some pre-made and some custom ones that you can do. There's all the custom ones. You basically just, you know, cut out like a heart or something and tape it on here and then spray paint black over it and then peel the heart off. And then you've got a see-through heart right here. You peel off the double-sided tape and it's basically clear under there. So there's that. And then also if you are a backplate, a back pedal enjoyer, you can put these on there for even longer and more squishy, tactile feeling. You've got the little prying tool and a guitar pick, so you want to strum on your guitar or your fingers, there you go. So they give you a ton, like a ton of stuff inside of here, which is really cool. Really good value, especially for what you're paying and getting all these extra accessories with it. It snaps right on. Absolutely an A+. Now the other thing is you can actually put this in your mod case. So if you have one of these mod cases, you can put it up in here and it'll be just perfect. Or if you still want the best of both worlds, remember these grips, they have revised and they're really good now. So you can put these on and actually get the best of both worlds. So not only do you have your clear backplate shown, you have your rubber silicone grip texture, so it thickens it up a little bit, which I actually prefer. I think it's a little too thin over here on the Allies profile. It's not the backplate because they went for a stock backplate, so you can still use all your accessories. So that's not any fault of them, but I think this is the ultimate compliment to that, and it makes it look nice. It's very sleek. It feels good in the hand. I will probably be using this setup right here. I'll throw the other one on just for OCD's sake, I guess. So here we go. Bam. Feels so good. Absolutely nailed it. Thank you, JSAUX. As always, everything that they make, you know, I've been very honest and open about it, and I've been pretty happy. Everything in this kit is definitely a 10 out of 10. And I'm not just saying that, you know, I showed you the fit, I showed you the finish, I showed you the build quality, I've shown you how to install it. You can watch some other people how to install these, but I will say it's super straightforward. 2 screws here, pop it off, transfer it to the new back plate, and then you've got your back buttons. There's one screw, a spring, pop it out, transfer it over, and you're done. It's very, very easy to do. I don't think anybody will have a problem doing it. There's a ton of other videos doing it. I just didn't do it on camera because I had already tried it, tested it, wanted to make sure I wasn't just jumping into a review and giving you something. If it had any issues, I wanted you to know about it. So far, I haven't run into any issues at all with this thing. I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna continue using it. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna put my fan back on currently, just because I am not happy with the RGB controller and all that good stuff. We'll revisit this later, you know. But for now, I think I'm gonna just use it in this combo. It's a little bit more portable. I think it works good. I think it looks good. I think it's good. I know I've said good a lot, but good. It's good to have things that are good, right? Alright guys, well, I hope this helped you guys make your decision, whether this is for you or not. I think if you are one of the guys who have been excited about this, but you wanted to know if it would fit your 2280, well, there you go. You have the answer. And if you have the Chonky Boy mod, it should still fit just fine because it's smooth over here. So if you are running that 2230 with the Chonky Boy, hey, you should be able to run that with no problems at all. Well guys, with that said, stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff coming this week. I know this video is getting out a little later than what a lot of the other YouTubers had, but it's simply because I wanted to take my time with it. I wanted to test it fully. I wanted to run it through all the paces. You know, I could show you that I got a few points higher in Cinebench. I could show you maybe 1 or 2 FPS higher in certain scenarios, but it's such a negligible difference. And anyone boosting it up and showing that they got 1,000 points higher in Cinebench, it's just, I think that's smoke and mirrors. Your temperature differences are not going to be that crazy different, but in my opinion, if you're running this setup and you've already removed the venting covers and stuff, you'll still notice 1 to 2 C difference, and it will be worth your while. But you know, it's not gonna immediately just turn this thing into, you know, 120 times faster with, you know, 50 degrees Celsius lower temperatures. No, I'm not gonna, you know, put a turd in your pocket and lie to you. I will tell you that the temperatures are not worse, they are better. So that's always a huge plus. Anytime you see something that has worse temperatures, you know, then I'm gonna really make a, you know, point about it, I guess. But all right, I'm rambling. I gotta go. I'm gonna edit this video, try to get this out to you guys tonight, and stay tuned. And if you want to jump in the Discord, see what I'm working on next, drop in some stuff you're working on, share it with the community. We've got a great community in the Discord. So I hope all of y'all are having a good one, and hope you have a good afternoon, good evening, or good night.